I decided to do my social psychology experiment during Thanksgiving just because there was a lot of people in one space at the same time. And I wanted to change the social norm in my family. What's normal in my family is for the women to cook for Thanksgiving dinner and hang out in the living room and gossip, whereas the men in my family go into the garage and drink beers and only come out when the dinner is done. So the women don't really go into the garage during Thanksgiving, and I know that might sound sexist, but it's always what my family has done. It's very separate like that. So I wanted to change the social norm and hopefully give social cues to the other women in my family to come into the garage so that we could mingle and be all together. And how I did that was I decided to go with my boyfriend into the garage and talk to him. And eventually I convinced my older brother's girlfriend to come to the garage with me. At first it was awkward because I didn't know anything about football and or what the men were talking about, and I didn't really care to listen. um, Eventually, my boyfriend's mother came into the garage to talk to her and I, um, and I was surprisingly shocked about how fast the social cue had changed. Because slowly, one by one, my aunt and then my mom would come into the garage to talk to us, um, and eventually, one by one, more women like my grandmother, and we have a pretty large family. So I was shocked by one, each woman came into the garage, and eventually, um, at one point in time, there was a lot of us women in there, and it kind of irritated the men a little, but that's okay. Um, so I was surprised about the social how well the social cue was taken in my family, and I was happy that I changed the social norm. And it made me realize that it only takes one person, to change the like a domino effect about how we talk in class. That if someone goes outside the norm, other people will follow. And I think it was a good social experiment because in the end, it kind of brought my family together. And other than that, I thought it was a good experiment.